My name is Bronwyn and I am a software engineer in the global poker team at BGW. So I was doing my PhD in medical microbiology and ended up being diagnosed with a medical condition called narcolepsy, which kind of threw everything into a spin. I took a bit of time off and decided to learn some data science to try and do my PhD from that angle instead of lab work, and ended up loving it so much and thought that it was like super fun, and decided to try and make it my new career. So yeah, that's how I ended up at SheCodes. When I first started looking for a job, I thought that it was going to be really hard to find a job not having gone to uni to study computer science, or maybe it would be hard because I was a female, but it's actually been the opposite. It's been super easy. People seem to be really open to people coming from different career paths at the moment, which is really exciting. And everyone wants females on their team, which is cool. So yeah. Getting promoted to engineer 6 months after starting, that was really exciting, and I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. More personally, I think a highlight has been starting as the only female engineer in my team, but now being joined by, I think, 8 other females today, which is amazing. And I think the team is such a more exciting place because of it. Post Plus, my career has been busy. It's been super fun though. Like, I have never had a job that I've not dreaded every morning, you know? Like, I love going to work, and every day there's a new challenge, and it's just so many fun problems to solve. The problem-solving aspect of things. Like, I pursued a career in science because I knew I liked problem solving, but a PhD is like one huge problem which you might not actually ever solve. Whereas software engineering is like a lot of small problems that you can get through on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, figuring out how to solve a problem and running through all the different steps and solutions is just super satisfying. And I kind of like that there's not necessarily one right answer to things. There's a whole heap of different answers, different ways to approach things. And sometimes you'll look at someone's computer and ask what they're doing, see how they're doing something and be like, damn, I've never thought of that before. So I think that's pretty fun. People considering a career change into tech, I'd say do it. If you're considering it, just do it. It's been like the best decision I have ever made. I don't think I realised how much I wasn't enjoying my current career path until I actually made the change and found out how great it is to enjoy your job. And I think there are just so many cool opportunities for people wanting to make that career change now. There are amazing courses like SheCodes Plus, of course, not biased, but there are also heaps of other boot camps and just so many different ways that you can learn now. Just such an exciting place to be. There are so many. I think seeing how security changes is going to be really fascinating over the next few years in tech. There's already a huge focus on that, and there are so many cool females in cybersecurity as well. So I find that really fascinating that it seems to draw like a lot of really cool women. But I think one of the interesting things will be to see how startups kind of change the whole tech scape, I suppose. Because yeah, we're just in a world that we've never really been in before, where everyone is beginning to understand and just accept that tech is kind of the way of the future. There's just going to be opportunities everywhere. It's a whole world tech. You can go in any which direction. I love the collaborative teamwork that we do, and that we kind of all get to participate in projects. It's not just one person being like, you do this, you do that, and they never get to actually write the code. Like, everyone's involved. And as a team, we have different people in different spaces, but we all work together. And then in terms of the actual work, I just love being able to write code. Like, when I was studying Plus, and still working as a tester, I remember looking at the developers being like, oh man, I just wish that I could be writing code like them. And now I get to do it every day, which is super cool. And I really like the language that I work with, which is Kotlin. It's super fun. So many fun little interesting things that you can do with it. Like every day I feel like I am surprised by some cool little thing I find out. So yeah, I kind of like that there's always things to learn. Anyone who's entering any kind of field, whether it's tech or not, that isn't like the majority, you know, someone who might be of a different gender or from a different culture or something, it's pretty scary. Like I remember when I was starting and knowing that I was going to be the only female in my team, I was terrified. Thankfully, I joined like an amazing team where it didn't matter at all. But I know for some people that's not the case. So I find people like that super inspiring because they're sticking at it, making the change and making it so much easier for everyone else.